Will you please welcome tonight's guests, Nic and Jones?
Right then, what should we do? Yeah, we'll sing a song. We've got a few songs written down here, so I'm going to sing them to you. And Joe's going to do some funky accompaniments. And,
what?
Funky accompaniments. Sorry, did you think it was a matter of words? Yeah. So this first song's called Master Kilby. It's a nice song. And the main reason I sing this was Shirley Collins used to sing it, and she taught to me, and she's a lovely lady, and it knocked me out at the time. That's a good song. Right. Heat of the day, when the sun shines so freely, I met Master Kilby, so fine and so gay. Pulled off my hat, I bowed to the ground, and I said, Master Kilby, oh, where are you bound? Bound out for the west, in hopes to find rest, and in the arms of my dear Nancy, I'll build a new I was a master of 10,000 pounds in bright gold and silver, or in King William's crowns. I'd part with it all with my own heart so freely, and it's all for the sake of my charming Nancy. She's the fairest of girls, and she's the choice of my heart, and her skin shines like silver in every part. Gave her some kisses, and it was down by the seashore. Still she lay asking for more. It's a lovely song, that. It's just a lovely song. But the trouble is, it's about young girls, you see, so I can't touch anymore, because I'm an old codger. Actually, Joe's okay, he's a young man.
I'd just like to say that it was really nice to hear, for me personally, I don't know about the rest of you, it was really nice for me to hear Pete and Chris sing. I don't know whether Chris will remember this, but it was a good 10, 12 years ago. I was at Sidmouth Folk Festival, and we weren't playing or anything, and she'd invited me to I did a vocal projection. Do you remember this? All about projecting your voice, you know, without shouting. And I got absolutely slaughtered the night before. And so I turned up about 10 minutes late, really quite sheepishly. Do you remember this? Yeah. And so I turned up, and I was just getting about breathing. As I was breathing and trying to do all the exercise, I nearly passed out. And I just thought, this is not a good start to my sort of, you know, folk career. Turning up 10 minutes late, but then I just thought to myself, it's probably what he would have done. What's the next one?
This is 7 Year Gypsies, 7 Year Gypsies. Yellow, 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 yellow.
Must be hot up here. Yeah, either that or you've done something to your guitar. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised if he sabotaged it today. Started doing an intro one night, and he started singing "I Want to Ride My Bicycle."
It's a great song, man. It's a great song. Hit me with the rhythm sticks, one of our favourites. Hit me with the rhythm sticks. Hit me, hit me. 2 fat ladies, click, click, click. Hit me, hit me.
What?
Sounds like a word.
Did he remember the words? 2 fat ladies, click, click, click. You know, I want to ride my bicycle.
Is he endured or that one? Enduring the blockheads, great group. Complete nutcases.
He was an Essex man, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Was he bonkers as well?
yeah. We all are. It's the nature of the river.
It's one of my musical upbringings. Fucking Ada by Enduring the Blockheads at the age of about 5.
We try to get to the root of things.
Right, sing this one then.
All right.
You were supposed to sing that.
Just enjoying it. It's a fun thing. That might be. There were 7 gypsies all in a row, and they sang neat and bonny-o, sang so neat and they're so complete that they stole the heart of a lady. Now she's kicked off her high-heeled shoes, made of Spanish leather, and she's put on an old pair of brogues to follow the gypsy ladder. Now late at night her lord come home, and he's inquiring for his lady, and his servant's down on his knees and said she's away with the 7 gypsies. He's ridden o'er the high, high hills until he come to the morning, and there he's found his own dear wife. She's in the arms of the 7 gypsies. Would you give up your house and your land? Would you give up your baby? Would you give up your new wedded love for the sake of the 7 gypsies? Now what care I from the house of my land? What care I for me baby? What care I slept in a feather bed, and the sheets and the blankets all around me. Tonight I slept in the cold open fields, in the arms of my seven gypsies. That were really funky, wasn't it? What really funky.
I play half the notes, right?
Don't worry about that, don't matter.
Don't matter about that.
The daft notes don't matter. They make you feel human. You make a mistake. The worst thing is people are perfect. People are perfect. They're awful. Really boring. Really boring. Just make a mistake, you're human. You're real. You're real. They've got a song now, it's a great song. It's written by a chap called Paul Metzers, who came over from New Zealand to England here and started singing some songs. And this song knocked me out. It's about.
What's it about?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, right, okay, you got the wrong song, it's fine. So this one he wrote about his daughter.
Yeah. When she was 4.
Yeah, she's about 4, wasn't she? It's just a sweet song, really.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a lot of sort of little images that are there with the words. I love the words of songs. A lot of people, they don't listen to the words. They say, they sing "Do I Did It, I Love You, Baby" or something. And that's the end of the song. That's the end of the song. It's crazy. But sometimes, the reason I listen to like folk songs because the words were listenable. They're worth listening to. So, and this song is too. Paul Metzers, written by a chap. Yeah.
It's called Day Comes Soon.
Yeah. Across the moody ocean, dark flies the moon, reaching for horizons, day comes soon. She likes the wishing wind, feathers to her face, clasps her father's finger just in case. Dark and deep the eyes, drinking what they see, and lovingly they look into me. And in the arms of dreams fly on eerie wings, speeding to the day and what it brings. Some days to remember, mostly though they fly. Round her little shoulders they go rolling by. Evenly they gather, now is quickly then, and with willing fate I'll soon be home again. across the moody ocean, dark flies the moon, reaching for horizons, day comes soon. Too soon to be out of my bed, too soon to be back at this bus queue caper, fumbling for change from a picture paper on a Monday morning. Right, you know what? Do the rest, everyone. Oh, where did the weekend go? Where is the whiskey and the beer I've tasted? Gone the same way as the pay I've wasted on a Monday morning. Wrong end of the week for a smile, wrong end of the week for being civil. As many a saint would be a devil on a Monday morning. If only the birds were booze, if only the sun was a party giver, and if I could just give someone else my liver on a Monday morning. My lover, she lies asleep. My lover is warm and her heart is mellow, and I'd give all the world to share her pillow on a Monday morning. Too soon to be out of my bed, too soon to be back at this bus queue caper, fumbling for change for a picture paper on a Monday morning. Great, well done. So that song was written by Cyril Tawney, a great lovely chap he was. And he was in the Navy too, merchant Navy as well. Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he got a piece of historical information right. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Porridge. Always have porridge for breakfast.
Yeah, I shouldn't have asked that. It's always porridge, isn't it? Went straight into that one.
Right, the next song is actually a song that I wrote myself. Wow. And I was trying to be Elton John, really, that's the thing. And what caused it was I read a story to my daughter, whose name's Helen, and she always liked me to read the same story about Rapunzel out of the books, and I used to read it to her, and she used to go to sleep at night. She'd go to sleep while I was reading it, because I was so boring. So I sent her to sleep, which is great. But this song, in the end, I got to know it so well myself, because I had to read it so many times, that I decided to write some verses in verse form. So that's what this song, it's called Rapunzel, but it doesn't mention Rapunzel anyway.
I think you've missed a key piece of information out there. And it's the fact that you all know the story of Rapunzel? Yeah. Happy ending? No, he changed it.
I'm sorry about this. That's a good song.
Not long enough songs have a happy ending, do they?
No, I like Doom. I like Doom.
In fact, at your local pub, they've got a beer called Doom, haven't they?
Yeah, that's what's done it. That's what's done it.
The fact he's getting old now, he can't do a full pint, so just half a Doom.
The main problem with my pub at home is it's at the bottom of the hill, so I have to walk up the hill to get home. Now, if it's the other way around, it'd be okay. You could walk up to the pub and then roll down the hill to get back home. But you could have a fight then.
See you pushing yourself along on a skateboard with your trekking pole. Set up some cones on the way, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Right, this is Rapunzel. Just need you to listen to words because it's a bit difficult to understand. by forest tree and forest flower. I wandered in the darkening hour, weary of ambition, my heart was in submission, my body moved but short of power. As visions met my disbelieving soul, I saw a children's ancient tale unfold. Hunchbacked with power, the witch descends the tower and leaves her pretty prisoner with hair of gold. Who lives within the doorless tower alone and plats her hair that through the years has grown. Sets the forest ringing with the song she's singing, and carelessly I let my heart be thrown. She from a window saw me listening there, and lowered down the yellow plait of hair. And as I climbed in the window high, I saw what a fool was I to try and play the prince for one so fair. But she was yearning for the rescue scene, mistook me as the one to fit her dream. And so we made a plan, as only lovers can, and I never heard the witches scream. And now the lonesome desert is a home, and me, her blinded lover, walks alone. I'll hear her singing soon beneath the desert moon. She'll come to melt this heart of stone. No music greets my listening ear, as aimlessly I tread these endless years. No saviour meets me there to heal my vacant stare, or break the darkness with her tears. It's a real lovely song to sing that, I tell you. You should have learned it and sing it, so it's a great song. You get real evil, like that. The witch descends the tower. It's great.
I do give him some stick, but it's a bloody good song.
Now I've got another song now, I think.
That's handy.
It's useful. This one, actually, he's going to be the lead vocalist on this. And I'm going to do a harmony.
Wearing it.
I sing all the wrong notes, he sings the right notes.
Mum's favourite song?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yes, I got married to a young lady. So, she's actually part of Atoms, really. She's not really. She's the most lovely part of Atoms I've ever seen. She's lovely Atoms. She's really.
He's been staying with me for a week. Mum stayed at home.
She's happy as same boy.
I spoke to her before the gig. Are you all right, Mum? She went, oh, yeah, I'm wonderful. I went, well, I'm glad one of us is. Do you know what she said to me? But, oh, yeah, she said to me, I've taken my pills today. Every single day that he's spoken to. Have you remembered to take your pills? Yes. Yeah, but have you remembered to take your pill? Yes. Are you sure you've taken your...
Have you taken the dog for a walk?
Have you taken the dog for a walk?
Dogs. Plural, not single.
She can't live without you, that's what it is.
Yeah, I know.
So, oh dear, rue the day ever I'm married.
Do you know the chorus of this? Well, join in it, loud as you can, harmony. Oh dear, rue the day ever I married. How I wish I was single again. All this weeping and wailing, rocking in a cradle, rocking a baby, it's none of my own. I am a young man from the town of Kyandra. I'm married, my old woman, to comfort me home. Now she just leaves me, cruelly deceives me, leaves me the baby, it's none of my own. Came from the Miltons. Oh dear, rue the day ever I am married. How I wish I was single again. All this weeping and wailing, I'm rocking a cradle, rocking a baby, it's none of my own. Well, while I'm at work and my wife's on the ranter, out on the rantan with the other young boys. Now she just leaves me, cruelly deceives me, leaves me the baby, it's none of my own. Oh dear, rue the day ever I am married. How I wish I was single again. All this weeping and wailing, rocking in a cradle, rocking a baby, it's none of my own. To marry, take care, leave all our flash girls alone. Buy little Harry, the one you should marry, leave you with a baby, it's none of your own.
Oh, wrong guitar.
Ah.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, it's wrong. That's the right guitar. Oh, I'm just getting just like my father.
Mentally disturbed.
You have any pills?
I didn't have porridge for breakfast. I can promise you that. Maybe that's where I went wrong, eh, Dad?
Yeah. Very Weetabix or cornflakes.
Right, you put me at all 6s and 7s now.
Well, the worst thing with Joe is he always has a fry up for breakfast. I hate fry ups for breakfast. I don't mind a fry up during the day, but not at breakfast time. I don't know
Are
why.
you suggesting that I have fries for
I
breakfast?
thought he did. Who's there has fry ups then?
I'm glad you've mixed your own son up with just somebody else. I have had the occasional fry
I
up.
know who it is.
Who is it?
John.
John?
Yeah, John.
Just John.
Yeah.
Just some random
Yeah,
John.
John.
You know, he likes the odd fry up now and then, doesn't he? This is
Dr. John. Dr. John.
Dr. John. This gets more intriguing. Are you referring to your daughter's husband? Not husband. Oh, God. Partner.
Yeah.
Right, so who's not a doctor?
It's called John.
He's called John. Right?
Dr. John was the character out of a song in Dr. John. I think it's Ryburn. Ryburn, Dr. John. That's a Dr. John. John became a doctor. It's different John. Different John. It's different doctors. Eh? Who cares?
Does he do a good fry up?
It depends when you have it.
Clearly not for breakfast.
No.
Gets in the way of porridge, doesn't it?
Breakfast, it makes you vomit, but in the evening, it's not so bad.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
You going to introduce it? Do you want me to?
Yeah, you can, Phil.
Okay, so I'll make no bones about it. We stole this off the man at the back. Pete.
Arthur Coe.
Pete.
Oh,
Arthur.
Pete.
Arthur
Pete.
Coe.
Arthur's Arthur. Oh, no, Pete.
So it was written by a chap.
Pete and Coe.
You had your chance. Written by Bill Walsfield, who's New Zealand.
Yeah.
And as far as I understand, you added. Did you add a couple of lines at the end? Did you change the words slightly?
I changed everything.
Oh. Probably. Pete.
From night to night, to be honest.
Oh really? So I stole this from one of the versions, and I heard it on in Paper Houses, which is I believe I got that right from your one of a very fine album. Is it available today to purchase?
Oh,
Yeah.
There's hundreds at the back.
I think they're the beer mats, aren't they? Seriously, it's an incredibly good album if you don't have it. So, we unabashedly stole this from Pete.
So it's all put the cover up.
No,
Okay. Fair enough.
I tuned it up.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'll forgive you then.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
I can play the guitar now, can I?
Okay. That's lovely song.
Maybe I can't.
It's lovely. It's lovely. It's funny, but very moving in a strange way. It's, make you laugh, but it's also very sad. My name's Jose Luis Santini, Cooper's boy, proud Portuguese, shanghaied by an American whaler, bound down for the southern sea. But I could not speak their language, I was beaten mercilessly. And at Cable Bay I slipped over the side and bade farewell to the ship and the sea. Taken in and sheltered by the Maori, chieftain took pity on me, and I fell in love with his beautiful daughter. And I knew in my heart she loved me. The heart knows only one language, that the eyes alone speak with ease. She could only speak Maori, and I only spoke Portuguese. 56 years we've been lovers, and it seems like just yesterday. And his 21 children she bore me, no man more contented today. But if I had the wings of a Tui, I would sing from the highest of trees. She still only speaks Maori, and I only speak Portuguese. She still only speaks Maori, and I only speak
shaking his head at the back.
Not as good as
You
mine.
didn't like it. Didn't like it. No, didn't like it.
Hands up all those that were crying. No? Oh. I thought those who were strutting up crying. So sad.
So we'll have a bit of a break after this one.
Yeah,
Join in on this one.
yeah. I mentioned Paul Metzger's earlier, so he's involved again.
Here's the second one you stole off.
Yeah. No, this is the first.
Oh, that was the first.
The other ones. Get it right, man, get it right. It conked or something.
There's that pint of vodka right there. So this is off Penguin Eggs. It's called Farewell to the Gold.
Do you know the chorus? Yeah. Oh, that's right. You got no excuse for not joining. Shut over river, go, it's waiting, and it's weeks since the colour I've seen. It's no just like sitting, like Lady Luck claiming. I'll pack up and make the break clean. Chorus. Farewell to the gold that never I found. Bye to the nuggets that somewhere found. For it's only when dreaming that I see it gleaming down as I left my old mother for adventure, gold by the pound, with Jimmy the prospector. He's another. The hills of Otago leave abound. Farewell to the gold that never I found. Goodbye to the nuggets that somewhere abound. For it's only when dreaming that I see gleaming down in the dark deep underground. Well, we worked the Cardronas, Dry Valley all over. Oh, Jimmy Williams and me. But they were panning good dirt on the winding shut over. So we headed down there just to see. Farewell to the gold that never I found. Goodbye to the nuggets that's somewhere bound. For it's only when dreaming that I see gleaming down in the dark deep underground. Well, we sluiced and we cradled day after day, making hardly enough to get by. The terrible flood swept poor Jimmy away in the stormy days in sweet July. Farewell to the gold that never I found. Goodbye to the nuggets that's somewhere abound. For it's only when dreaming I see gleaming down in the dark deep underground. Farewell to the gold that never I found. Goodbye to the nuggets that's somewhere abound. For it's only when dreaming that I see gleaming down in the dark deep underground. Hello again.
I'd just like to say, you do realise that he's going to be talking about philosophers all the way home, and tomorrow, and the day after, and the week after, and then Mum's going to get it. Your name's going to be Mud.
It's great something else. It's good. Right. We do this one. What's the song?
More
So they
one-
say?
One of your upbeat ones, isn't it?
Yeah. It's called old Barrack Street. It's like, oh, sailors old, come lend an ear, come listen to me song. The trick of late was played on me and it won't detain you long. I come from sea the other day, the girl I chanced to meet. The friends will be expecting me to a dance in Barrack Street. I said, my young fair maid, I cannot dance so well. Besides I am to Windsor bound, where all my friends do dwell. In to see the party, I've saved up £30. The friends will be expecting me this night in Windsor town. Well, if you cannot dance, my love, then you shall stand a treat. Have a glass or two of brandy and something for to eat. At 6 o'clock this evening, I'll meet you off the train. So don't forget to give a call when you come to town again. At 8 o'clock that evening, the drinking did begin. And when we all had drunk our fill, the dancing did begin. Me and my love danced all around to a merry tune. She says, my dear, let us retire to a chamber all alone. So dancing we go. And I fell fast asleep, the truth don't watch the chamber played. And left me here, poor Jack alone, stark naked in bed. So I looked all around me, and there's nothing I could spy but a woman's skirt and apron all on the bed did lie. I wrung my hands and tore my hair, cried, oh, what shall I do? Fare thee well, sweet Windsor town, I'm sure I'll never see you. Well, everything being silent and the hour but 12 o'clock, I put on this skirt and apron and steered for Croman's Wharf. The captain says, now Jack, I thought you were to Windsor bound. Well, you might have got a better suit than that for £30. I might have got a better suit if I'd have got the chance. I met a girl in Barrack Street and she took me to a dance. I danced my own destruction and I'm struck from head to feet. Swear that I won't go no more down in Barrack Street. So all of you young sailors, a warning take from me. Beware of all your company when you go out on a spree. Keep clear of Barrack Street or else you'll lose a day. In a woman's skirt and apron, they'll bring you out to sea. That was a happy one. We had to do one. It's a bit miserable. It's a lovely song. It's a beautiful song. It's about a chap who, well, it's his father.
Losing the title.
Yeah, Texas Girls Lament for a father.
It's about a chap.
It's about a father, the father who dies. Yeah, it's a great song. Written by Randy Newman, who's a great songwriter. He wrote some nice songs. Here I stand, lost in the wind, round in circles sailing, like a ship that never comes in, standing by myself, sing a sad song for a good night, sing a sad song for me, sing a sad song for a sailor 3,000 miles from the sea. Here I stand alone on the plain. The sun's going down and it's starting to rain. Daddy, we'll go sailing. It's a very sad song. It knocks me out. You know. The next song is, it's not exactly sad. It rhymes with sad. It's mad. But this is a song that I wrote, in fact, for some reason. And it's called the Supermarket Song. It's a ballad, in fact. And I had these 5 books called the Child Ballads. There are loads of long ballads in there. I thought, I'll write a modern ballad. That'd be an idea. So what interested me was I had to get shopping occasionally when I was reviving myself. I had to go down to the supermarket and get the grub, you see. And I'll tell you, this is what the song's about. Supermarket song. I wanted some goods from the store. Supermarkets would have them for sure. I needed boxes, bottles and tins, and my money would get them all in. For all these goods I did look in a basket on wheels which I took. And lastly I got to the till where I waited to settle my bill. I was stuck on the end of the queue, not knowing what I should do, but my heart was grabbed in a flash by the woman who's taken the cash. She got me under her spell. I was confidence shattered and fell. I was in a state of despair, where I stumbled, stuttered, and stared. The money fell on the ground, and quickly it had to be found. When I bent down, there was a smash. My basket fell down with a crash. The stuff fell around my legs. There was syrup, butter, and eggs, ketchup, yogurt, and ham, and a large jar of raspberry jam. Now the woman who works on the till decided she'd had her fill. She reckoned my brain was scarred, so she called out for the security guard. He saw the mess on the floor, and he chucked me straight out the door. And when I tried to get one in, he gave me one right on the chin. Physically and mentally bruised, guilty, I was accused. I made a great decision then. Supermarkets won't see me again. child number 593. Now we're going to do a song which Joe likes, and I liked it too. And it was the main thing for me was that the title actually amused me because it was Kennedy I.O., Kennedy I.O. And it knocked me out. I don't know why. The word Canada I thought it was. And seeing Kennedy I.O. I thought it knocked me out as an idea. And it's a weird song, but it's about going to Canada.
After that.
I've never been there, but it might be a nice place. It might be rubbish, might be a rubbish place, I don't know. Who can tell? Actually, there's bits you can join in. He's right at the end of each verse. It says Kennedy I.O. Except for the very last verse is the change. So. But you do what you like. Don't matter. Joe's going to play the funky guitar bits. Of a fair and handsome girl, and she's all in her tender years. She fell in love with a sailor boy, and it's true that she loved him well. For to go off to sea with him, like she did not know how, she longed to see that seaport town called Kennedy. So we bargained with a young sailor boy, and it's all for a piece of gold. Straightway then he led her all down into the hold, saying, I'll dress you up in sailor's clothes, and your jacket it shall be blue, and you'll see that seaport town called Kennedy. Now when the other sailors they heard the news, they fell into a rage, and with the whole ship's company they were willing to engage, saying we'll tie her hands and feet, me boys, and overboard we'll throw her, and she'll never see that seaport town called Kennedy. Now when the captain he's heard the news, well, he too fell in a rage, and with the whole ship's company he was willing to engage, saying she'll stay all in sailor's clothes, and her collar it shall be blue, and she'll see that seaport town called What? What is that? Good Lord, man.
You play it.
Now, when they came down to Canada, scarcely above half a year, she's married to this bold captain who called her his dear. She's dressed in silks and satins now, and she cuts a gallant show. And she's the finest of all the ladies down in. Come all you fair and you tender girls, wheresoever you may be. I'll have you to follow your own true love when he goes out on the sea. For as the sailors they prove false to you, well, the captain he might prove true. And you see the honour I have gained by the wearing of the blue. Correct? Crazy song, man. That's Canada. It's a mad song. Bob didn't swipe it off me as well. Yeah. I wrote to him and asked him for a bit of money, but he never sent me anything. Never got any royalties. No. I said, yeah, Bob Dillinger. Bob
I don't
Dillinger.
think that would have helped matters, would it?
Bob Dillinger, give us some cash. But sent nothing.
Sorry.
It's a long song.
Go on then.
What?
What's the next one?
Well, I've got one down here called 10,000 Miles. You know it, do you? Oh, I won't sing it. Sorry about that. I don't want to put in a dream world.
That's one of the few songs I actually like listening to. Not just in song format, just in general.
Hit me with the rhythm sticks. Hit me. Yeah. It's a nice little song. It's a romantic song, really. Fare you well, my own true love. Farewell for a while, I'm going away, but I'll be back if I go 10,000 miles. 10,000 miles my own true love. 10,000 miles or more, and the rocks may melt, and the seas may burn, if I no more return. Oh, don't you see that lonesome dove sitting on yon ivy tree, and she's weeping for her own true love, as I shall weep for mine. Oh, come back, my own true love, and won't you stay a while with me? If I had a friend all on this earth, you've been a friend to me. So fare you well, my own true love, and farewell for a while. I'm going back, but I'll be back if I go 10,000 miles.
I'm going to be a little bit naughty here, in the fact that I'd like to ask, and I do mean ask, Pete and Chris and Johnny, if he's up for it, wherever he is, to sing the next song. Would you do that for me?
They've all gone home. They're all cleared off.
Would you do that for me? Yay!
Yeah, go on.
I'll get you a stand.
Okay.
See the words there?
Yeah, I've got some words.
No, no. This is one of the songs we used to do with band dogs. It was this idea, because the only decent, legitimate job he ever had in his life was a swimming pool attendant.
It was great fun it was. I used to rescue ladies that weren't drowning at all. just having to rescue them. Great fun it was, great fun.
Can I just ask who's singing tune? Who's singing the tune?
I'll sing the tune.
Who's singing the tune?
No, I'll do anything.
We've heard that.
Don't you?
recorded you then?
Don't you? Don't you?
Well, that guitar's in G tune.
Summer I went swimming. Yeah, I done it.
This summer I went swimming. This summer I might have drowned. But I held my breath and I kicked my feet and I moved my arms around. I moved my arms around. This summer I swam in the ocean and I swam in a swimming pool. So my wounds glory in my eyes. I'm a self-destructive fool. I'm a self-destructive fool. This summer I did the backstroke, and you know that that's not all. I did the breaststroke and the butterfly and the old Australian crawl, and the old Australian crawl. This summer I swam in the public place and a reservoir to boot. At the latter I was informal, at the former I wore my suit. I wore my swimming suit. This summer I did swan dives and jackknives for you all. And once when you weren't looking, I did a cannonball. I did a cannonball. This summer I went swimming. This summer I might have drowned. But I held my feet and I kicked my feet and I moved my arms around. I moved my arms around.
Thanks.
It's not like putting people on the spot, is it? That was fantastic, thank you.
That's a great song. That is. It reminds me of being in the water with these lovely ladies and blokes. Actually, one of the worst things I ever did was I had to dive in to capture a boy who dived off a 5-metre board, and he'd whacked his head on the edge of the. He did try to do it in the corner, bum in the corner, and he whacked his legs on the side, and they had to take him to hospital and mend him all up. Luckily they did, but they sewed them together. And it's amazing what they do in these hospitals. You know? But I mustn't talk about certain things in hospitals because I fell in love with them, and it's evil.
Moving swiftly on. I must admit, I prefer, rather than this guy who really hurt himself and had to take him to hospital, I prefer the story about you with the riding a bicycle
off the top board, yeah.
Riding a bicycle off the top board.
Yeah, that's crazy, that was.
I'm assuming that was when the pool was closed.
No, there's water there. Oh, yeah.
Not empty, closed.
Yeah. It was great fun. It was a good job. The main thing about the job is you're your own boss. Walking around the swimming pool, watching, make sure people are drowning or something. But, you're your own boss. You know, that's the great thing. Previously, I'd done jobs in London and tried to be an accountant. That's rubbish. And I used to have to obey what they ordered. They told me, forget this. So I left the London offices. And I then took a job as a petrol attendant. I used to like feeding petrol to people, and it was great because I learnt. I was taught something. There's a guy there who swore every 3 words he said. 2 of them were swearing words, and he was a great character, lovely character. So funny he was. It was amazing.
I prefer the idea of him swearing every 3rd note. That would be interesting.
Yeah. But
maybe you should try that now.
Yeah, the best job I had was, apart from singing folk music, which is that's a good way of escaping. But,
escaping real work. Anything you could do, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah. But I still love Chelmsford swimming pool. It's a lovely pool. Right, this next song, you got a chorus here, so you can join in.
Just the last couple of songs we'll do. Hopefully you'll like them.
They're all about killing things. That's interesting. See, we're all alive, and we sing about things, people collapsing and dying and collapsing and all this stuff. It's great fun. But people try to avoid talking about death because they think it's so horrible. And birth, they just cheer, oh, wonderful, oh, he's a lovely baby. Oh, no, he's a lovely corpse. They wouldn't do that. But in fact, your birth creates a death. Everything that's born, it's got to die in the end.
Now, mix this in with philosophy. This is what I've got to put up with. Yeah, it's big thumbs up. Yeah, better you than me.
The great thing is that when we die, all the piece of our body, they'll become something else. Atomically, it'll collapse, but it'll become loads of other little atomic things.
My
Flowers
dad's
or
he's got a titanium kneecap. And what's your titanium kneecap going to become when you're gone?
A coin.
No.
Oh, no,
I've
a
called
gas
dibs
mask.
on it. I've called dibs on it. I'm going to make a bell for my bell. Ding!
Okay. It's a good idea.
We'll get a few quid for you, mate.
Yeah.
This is called Humpback Whale.
Did you know, of course, this one? Oh, you trawler men, come on, forget your snapper and your prawn. It's out of Ballina we'll sail, fishing for the humpback whale. Humpback whale. Written by my favourite Harry Robertson, it's out in Australia. 56 I sailed on board a ship called Byron One. She's carried trawler men on deck, a harpoon whaling gun. Oh, you trawler men, come on, forget your snapper and your prawn. It's out of Ballina we sail, fishing for the humpback whale. Tractor for a whale winch, and the ship's an old fair mile. Twin diesels turn the screws around, she'll whale in a fine old style. Oh, you trawler men, come on, forget your snapper and your prawn. It's out to Ballina we sail, fishing for the humpback whale. Keep a sharp lookout, my lads, the whale he's on the run, and we'll drive him into Byron Bay, and we'll shoot him with our guns. Oh, you trawler men, come on, forget your snapper and your prawn. It's out of Ballina we sail, fishing for the humpback whale. Harpoon the line fly through, very deep into the whale, and she split the timbers of the ship with a flurry of her tail. Oh, you trawler men, come on, forget your snapper and your prawn. It's out to Ballina we sail, fishing for the humpback whale. The rigging struts are snapped in two, and we reel beneath the blow, and the gunner fires the killer shot, and that humpback's sent below. Oh, you trawler men, come on, forget your snapper and your prawn. It's out to Ballina we sail, fishing for the humpback whale. Make a tail fast to the bows, we've got no time for bed. 4 and 20 hours each day, we kept that factory fed. Oh, you trawler men, come on, forget your snapper and your prawn. It's out to Ballina we sail, fishing for the humpback whale. The flensing men upon the land Some had been jackaroos, and they skinned the blubber from the whales like they're skinning kangaroos. Oh, you trawler men, come on, get your snapper and your prawn. It's out to Ballina we sail, fishing for the humpback whale. 100 whales and then 50 more through the factory we did send, and then the orders came, knock off your lads, the season's at an end. Oh, you trawler men, come on, forget your snapper and your prawn. It's out to Ballina we sail, fishing for the humpback whale. Back into Ballina we steered, tied up and stowed the gear. All hands headed for the pub, and we filled ourselves with beer. Oh, you trawler men, come on, forget your snapper and your prawn. It's out to Ballina we sail, fishing for the humpback whale. Rufford Park Post. Martin Carthy thinks you're off me.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's funny. So this is when you can all join in on. I'd just like to say thank you very much for coming.
Yeah.
It's I really get nervous at these smaller venues where I can see everybody.
You can see the grounding and they're looking nah.
But you've been fantastic. Thank you so much for having us.
The manager says, can you come and do the comedy night next week?
Funny well, to be a writer, but
I know I don't do these very often. I have to put up with you.
Yes, terrible.
I love him very much. And I actually do mean that. It's not a...
Bullshit.
I do give him some stick, and he makes it hard to love him. But I really do.
But we all love him.
Yeah. Just take the compliment.
Well, thanks. You only see the edge.
So
what's inside is different.
So thank you as well.
For
comparing and making, and everybody can make us feel welcome.
Yeah.
Sue, who's taking all your cash. It's always important. And Johnny for making us sound half decent.
Wasn't it Jane taking the cash?
Jane?
It wasn't Sue, it was Jane, wasn't it?
That's Sue and Rosie.
Oh, where's Jane?
Okay, the only Jane that I can think
Sweet Jane.
is yeah, there is that as well.
Sweet Jane, that's a
the
great
only
song.
Jane that you had an obsession with that I know of was the dog warden in York.
Yeah, she's good.
Would that be the Jane that you're referring to?
Could be. Well, I was introduced to a lady called Jane tonight, I'm sure.
Is there a Jane here that my father has been introduced to? I wouldn't own up if I was you. It sounds dodgy.
So right, Sweet Jane. Who's it wrote Sweet Jane? That's good.
Lou Reed.
Lou Reed, yeah. That's Sweet Jane. That's awesome. Knock me out there.
Well, do you want to sing that instead, do you?
Yeah, we'll be good enough for that.
No, I agree. Me either.
It's a song written by the same guy as wrote the last one, in fact. It's called Little Pot Stove. You had a chorus this year. In the little dark engine room where the chill seeps in your soul, how we huddled round that little pot stove, burning oily rags and coal. Yeah. Again, it's fishing again, killing his wild life. But we eat steaks, we eat fish, we eat chips. Well, they're living things. Potatoes are living. We dig out these potatoes and kill them. Boil them. See, I disagree with a lot of these philosophers. They think that the thing that's living is the worst thing. The things that aren't living also feel things. Like potatoes, they say they shrink when you dig them. They say they shrink to make themselves appear smaller. And also, a lot of the farmers...
You heard it here first, folks. Potatoes shrink themselves.
A lot of the farmers as well, when they're digging gardens and digging things and putting sort of wheat and stuff down, corn, they talk to the animals, the objects, these
Potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes as well,
Corn,
yeah.
wheat.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, we think we know everything, but we don't. We know nothing. We know nothing.
Anyway, this one's called Little Pots.
The thing to do is to treat everything as a living thing and try not to avoid hurting it or killing it.
Yeah.
Now get on with it. You little swine.
It's a good job he moved that bloody stool, isn't it?
Where the winter blizzards blow and the whaling fleet's at rest, tacked in Leith Harbour's sheltered bay, safely anchored 10 abreast, there's the whalemen at their stations, as from ship to ship they row, carry bags of coal with them and a little iron stove. You'll turn in the little dark engine room where the chill seeps in his soul. How we huddled round that little pot stove that burned oily rags and coal. Fireman Paddy, he works with me on the engine, frozen cold. Stranger to the truth is he, and there's not a lie he hasn't told. When he boasted of his gold mines and of the hearts that he had won, and his bawdy sense of humour shone just like a ray of sun. In the little dark engine room where the chill seeps in his soul, how we huddled round that little hot stove that burned oily rags and coal. We live it 7 days a week, cold hands and frozen feet, bitter days and lonely nights, drinking grog and having fights. There's swordfish and wild meat sausage and fresh penguin eggs a treat, and then we struggle on to work each day through the high sea winds and the sleet. one day we saw the sun, and we saw the factory ship return. Meet your old friends and you sing a song, and we hope the journey wasn't long. And then it's homeward bound and it's over, and we'll leave this icy hole. But I always will remember that little iron stone. In the dark empty room, I have seen how we held round that little hot stone, that burned in rags and gold. In the dark empty room, where still sleeps his soul, how we huddled round that little hot stone, that burned oily rags and cold. In the dark empty room, where the chill seeps in his soul, how we huddled round that little hot stone, that burned oily rags and cold. Great, well
Thank
done.
you very much.
Well, what?
Aye? Wow.
Yes, to that.
You can't just say, just do that. I think, right, it's going to have to be unaccompanied. Go on then, can you see it from there?
Yeah. This song is a philosophical song.
You asked for one more.
The reason I wrote this was because, to me, there was only one time that meant anything, and that was now, right now. The rest of the time, the past is gone, you forget it. The future's not here yet, and we might be dead by then, who knows. But this song is about nowism. It's not nowism. It's a bit pretentious, but I call it now. Just call it now. Right. Be still somewhere. Actually, it's got a chorus. And it's be still somewhere, each moment aware that the now is here, so simple and so clear. Right. Be still somewhere, each moment aware that the now is here, so simple and so clear. That's it. The past has gone, the future will come. The soul shows us how we're here in the now. Be still somewhere, each moment aware that the now is here, so simple and so clear. Time forever forwards, time forever back. We're forever seen in the in-between. Be still somewhere, each moment aware that the now is here, so simple and so clear, existent and silent, catching each moment. Time is where, when the now is here, be still somewhere, each moment aware that the now is here, so simple and so clear. The now shines on between come and gone. Eternally the now shall be still somewhere, each moment aware that the now is here, so simple and so clear. Well done. Cheers.